Welcome everyone. I am glad to see you here today. Today we will explore a very meaningful and inspiring topic. The title of our presentation is The Virtues of Good Deeds and Intentions. We will discuss how Allah rewards our intentions and actions based on a beautiful hadith from the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. Throughout this session, we will learn about the importance of good intentions, even if we do not perform the act, and how Allah's mercy and justice are reflected in these teachings. Let's dive into the core message that encourages us to strive for sincerity and good deeds in our daily lives. Today, I want to highlight an important concept about Allah's knowledge and decree. Allah has recorded and decreed which deeds are deserving of reward and which are deserving of punishment. This means that everything we do has been written and determined by Allah's divine knowledge. In some narrations, it's mentioned that the angels record our deeds at Allah's command. This understanding emphasizes that our actions are documented in a precise and orderly manner, and it's a very common interpretation of this hadith. The key point to remember here is that Allah has already recorded both the good and the evil deeds. This underscores the concept of divine preordainment and the importance of our actions, knowing that they are part of Allah's perfect knowledge and plan. Connecting this to our overall theme, it reminds us of the importance of being mindful of our deeds, as they are known and recorded by Allah Himself. When we make the decision to do a good deed, even if we end up not actually carrying it out, Allah still records it for us as a good deed. And what's really special is that Allah mentions He records it with Him, which shows how much honor and prestige He gives to that intention. It's like Allah is acknowledging our sincere intention, even before the act is completed. Moreover, Allah emphasizes that this recorded good deed is complete, meaning it's without any deficiency. There's no room for doubt or misunderstanding. What's recorded is a full, perfect good deed. This reassures us that even our good intentions are valued and rewarded, and nobody should think that a recorded good deed is incomplete or lacking in any way. And to clarify how this recording works, Allah explains that if someone intends to do a good deed but doesn't actually do it, Allah still records it as a full good deed. This shows the tremendous mercy and fairness in Allah's system. Our sincere intentions are rewarded, and His recording is a reflection of our heart's sincerity. This concept ties into the overall theme of the importance of intention and the generous reward from Allah for even our good intentions, reminding us that Allah's mercy far surpasses our actions alone. As we reflect on the mercy of Allah, it's truly remarkable that when a person performs a good deed, Allah doesn't just record it as a single act. Instead, He multiplies its reward. At a minimum, Allah increases it 10 times. But in many cases, the reward can be multiplied up to 700 times. One especially significant act that Allah multiplies so generously is giving wealth for His sake. If someone decides to give and actually follows through, Allah records that act as 10 good deeds, but it can go up to 700 times over. This shows us the vast mercy and generosity of Allah, and it underscores how even a small act of kindness or charity can be greatly rewarded by Him. It reminds us to be conscious of our intentions and actions, knowing that Allah's mercy encompasses and exceeds what we can imagine. This connects to our overall theme of striving for righteousness, showing that Allah's rewards are abundant and that our efforts, no matter how small, are truly valued in His sight. Let's explore an important concept here. When a person changes their mind and decides not to commit an evil deed, something remarkable happens. Instead of a negative record, a complete good deed is recorded for them, and importantly, without any shortcomings. This shows that even the act of restraining oneself from evil is considered a good deed in itself. It's crucial to understand that this act of restraint is deserving of recognition because it demonstrates self-control and piety. Now, according to other narrations, this recording of a good deed is often conditional. It's typically based on whether the person refrains from the evil deed out of fear of Allah or for His sake. For example, if someone intends to commit an evil deed, but then decides not to go through with it, Allah records that as a complete good deed. This highlights the immense value placed on intention, restraint, and the motivation of fearing or loving Allah. So the key takeaway here is that even not doing something bad, especially out of sincere fear or love for Allah, is recognized by Allah as a good deed and worth recording as such. This underscores the importance of intention and self-control in our spiritual journey. Certainly, here is the word-by-word narrative script for slide 6 of 8. Allah never wrongs any of his creatures in any way. If a person commits an evil deed, it is recorded as one deed, and only one deed without any multiplication to it. What this means is that Allah's justice is perfect and precise. When someone does something wrong, only that single act is recorded. There's no unfair multiplication or exaggeration. If he decided to do it and he actually did it, Allah records it as one evil deed. So the important takeaway here is that Allah's record-keeping is fair and accurate. It reminds us that our deeds, whether good or bad, are always recorded just as they happen, which ties into our overall theme of accountability and divine justice. Today, I want to emphasize that Allah has already decreed what constitutes good deeds and evil deeds. He has recorded all the deeds of mankind, either directly or through angels assigned for this purpose. This highlights the divine knowledge and control over our actions. Now, a key point to understand is that if someone truly intends to do a good deed, but ends up not performing it, Allah still records it for them as one good deed. This shows Allah's mercy and acknowledgement of sincere intention. On the other hand, if the person actually performs the good deed, the reward is multiplied. It can be 10 times or even more, depending on Allah's mercy and grace. This multiplicative reward is a beautiful encouragement for us to engage in good deeds consistently. To sum up, this hadith reminds us that Allah's knowledge and mercy are central to how deeds are recorded and rewarded. It encourages us to have sincere intentions and to actively pursue good actions, knowing that Allah's mercy extends beyond our efforts. Now let's look at the third point. If someone commits an evil deed, but then, for the sake of Allah, they decide to change their way and refrain from doing it, Allah will record for them one good deed instead. This highlights the incredible mercy of Allah, showing that sincere repentance can turn a negative into a positive. Moving to the fourth point, if someone does perform the evil deed, Allah will only record one evil deed against them. This demonstrates Allah's mercy and grace, emphasizing that his judgment is fair and compassionate. With this kind of reckoning, only those who truly deserve punishment, those who persist in wrongdoing, will face destruction and punishment. This reminds us of Allah's mercy being vast and his justice being balanced. To sum up the key points of this hadith, it teaches us about Allah's mercy, how sincere repentance can lead to a positive record, and even when sins are committed, Allah's mercy limits the punishment. Ultimately, this hadith encourages us to turn back to Allah, knowing that his mercy outweighs his wrath, and that sincere efforts to change are always valued.